you have a lack of determination when you counter. One of you asked me to analyze his national debut, so let's work on it. You did a great action and you were able to counter. The problem with this situation, or rather the tip I can give you, is that you react to your opponent, but this reaction wasn't yours. You are still in your opponent's flow. What I mean is that your opponent lead the action, and when he stops, you stop too. Instead, when we counter, we want to take the lead of the action, so we want to continue the combination after we counter the technique. Instead, here, you were able to surprise him because you did a great counter, but you should have continued with more techniques. And in my opinion, this is your first mistake. Or rather, not totally mistake, but you lost an opportunity to score 3 more points, because you could have struck high kicks, side kicks or more. Nice to meet you, I'm Lorenzo, and I love to analyze and share high-level fights on this channel. My goal is to create the biggest, most positive and supportive Taekwondo community. And if you want to improve your Taekwondo fighting skills, if you want to win more competitions, and if you want to learn some fight strategies that you won't never learn in your dojang, I'm publishing a full Taekwondo guide in my membership section. The first video is already available and that talks about the best stance for Taekwondo. Don't miss the chance to improve your fighting theory and join this channel and support this channel by improving your Taekwondo knowledge. What makes me rage about you is that you are very good on dodging and blocking, but you just miss that one more kick that will learn new points. In the first round you didn't play badly. You did great actions and very nice play. The problem with why you lost this round, in my opinion, is not your playstyle, because you were able to match a black belt as a red belt, so you worked very hard. And the issue is that you never left your opponent flow. So the opponent strikes a technique and you respond with a technique, but you don't continue the action. And this is a problem, because you miss the chance to score more points. Your opponent strikes with a side kick and you respond with a single axe kick or maybe a side kick. And don't get me wrong, this is good because you at least counter your opponent and you don't get scared by this kick, by his techniques, but you have to leave your opponent's fighting flow. This means that when your opponent starts a side kick, you have to counter, of course, that's the basic, but now we have to continue the action by striking 3 or more techniques. And if you are going to practice even today this theory, you will see how many points you are going to score just with a simple fix on this commit. Because by forcing yourself to kick him more times after a counter, you are going to leave your opponent's flow and you are taking the lead of the action. And if you take the lead of the action and if you strike more techniques, you increase by a lot the chance to score points. And this is what is Taekwondo. We want to score points, we win by scoring points. The more we kick, the higher are the chance to score points and to win the match. Oh, those counters are great! Now we have the same action, but the opponent was able to score 2 points. So in my opinion, this is your issue. You play a nice defensive style, but you stop when your opponent stops. So you have a lack of determination on scoring points. You want to win by just striking one technique, and this is not good for you. You have to work on continuing the action, and while you are training your dojang, when you feel that you have to stop on striking the next technique, that you don't want to force yourself, that's a moment where you have to force yourself to strike more. Because if you want to improve, you have to fight your inner feeling. So you have to force yourself to kick more techniques after a counter to improve in a Taekwondo sparring. And this is how you can easily fix this trouble. See what happens when you want to take points. You search for a point, but it seems that you don't want to strike your opponent's head, so you perform this as a lucky head kick. You have to be more aggressive when you search for points. This is a perfect step back, step in, congratulations. And I see all your effort that you put to practice this sport. This is beautiful. 4. Now I can show you what I mean by a lack of determination. So if you watch this action, you start very well. Your opponent was able to counter you, but you did a great combination and you pushed out your opponent. But when you had the chance to score more points, you got scared by an opponent's technique. Instead, in this situation, you had the chance to press your opponent in the corner. So you had to strike high techniques or spinning high techniques. In my opinion, you are on the right path, you are growing very well. And if you can work on what I told you, you are going to score a lot more points in your dojang and in your competitions and in your tournaments. Just by adding 2 or 3 techniques on your combination, you are going to score at least 2 points every single time. After you fix this tenacity problem, just follow your coach's advices, because if it brings you to a national competition, of course, it's very good. Now, subscribe to my channel if you want to watch more fight analysis.